Good evening. I would like to start by saying that the University of Western Australia acknowledges the custodians and traditional owners of land on which any of its campuses are located. At the main campus, Crawley, from which this meeting is being broadcast, the university acknowledges the Wadjuk Noongar people as the traditional owners of the land on which it is situated. The Wadjuk Noongar remain the spiritual and cultural custodians of their land and continue to practice their values, languages, beliefs and knowledge. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Greetings and good evening, good afternoon and good morning to graduates wherever you are in the world. Tonight we have graduates participating from Australia, Bhutan, People's Republic of China, Germany, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Maldives, Mozambique, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, South Africa, Sweden, United Kingdom and the United States. I welcome you all. My name is Leslie Kaler, and in my role of Warden of Convocation, I will be chairing our proceedings. This is our fourth ordinary meeting to be conducted by Zoom webinar responding to the COVID-19 situation. But it is hoped when health issues return to normal, we will enjoy a hybrid situation with local graduates attending in person at the university, as well as transmitting by Zoom to allow others to join us in fellowship who live far away. All questions on notice have been registered before the meeting with the Warden via the Convocation Officer, and as many as possible will be replied to during this meeting. Any others will be saved for replies to be sent by email. In order to confirm the minutes of the autumn ordinary meeting, a poll will be conducted from those who attended. You will receive instructions on how to register your vote at the time polling is required. Item 1 of the agenda is to welcome the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Amit Chakma, and the Guild President, Miss Emma Mesger. We are delighted you have been able to join us here today. I now formally declare the meeting open at 6:35. Note that I have apologies from the Chancellor, the Honourable Robert French AC, SIT WA, former Chancellor and former Governor, Dr Ken Michael AC, SIT WA, the Chief Advancement Officer, Miss Fiona Allen, and the Director of UWA Student Life, Mr Chris Massey, and more than 670 members of Convocation. If anyone wishes to convey any additional apologies, please provide these to the Convocation Officer, Ms Juanita Perez, at convocation@uwa.edu.au, who will record the details. I will now move to item 3 on the agenda, the minutes of the autumn ordinary meeting held on Friday the 19th of March 2021, which are enclosed in the agenda booklet for this meeting. They are also found on the Convocation website. There have been no requests to amend the minutes, so I have a motion from someone who attended the autumn ordinary meeting 2021 to move acceptance of the minutes. Adjunct Professor Dr Brett Davies, thank you. And someone who seconded that motion, Mr Jeff Gunningham, thank you. I will now ask you to indicate your approval for confirmation of the minutes by poll from those who were present. Thank you. The motion has been carried. You may now close the poll box to continue with the meeting. Moving to item 5 on the agenda, business arising from the minutes of the last virtual ordinary meeting, the webinar does not allow discussion, so would any member with such business forward it to the Convocation Officer by email to Convocation at UWA EDUAU. Questions on notice will be answered by the panel later and will be included in the minutes of this meeting. Item 6 is correspondence, and we have received correspondence from Carly Lightman, Collins Street, Melbourne, Victoria. I don't know if you are the appropriate person to contact about this. My Convocation medal from UWA, which was awarded for philosophy back in the late 1980s, early 90s, was stolen in a house theft many years ago. I'm wondering if it is possible for this to be replaced. It was a nice memory of my years at UWA. I'd be willing to pay a small fee to cover the cost. Well, thankfully, we were able to help Kylie replace her stolen medal, which she was very grateful to receive. And our next letter was from Rochelle Cornell from Floreat, WA, very disappointed not to have a real meeting with real people. And from Dale Cornell, Floreat, WA, I feel it is a great mistake not to have the usual meeting with people talking to each other face to face. There was always a special atmosphere which cannot be replaced by a screen. It all seems so impersonal and sterile. We got enough Zoom at work. This is now just another meeting. Well, ladies, this is a popular question which will be addressed later in my Warden's report. Turning to item 7, the Vice-Chancellor's report, this is included in the agenda booklet and has been posted online. Professor Chapman, would you like to expand on any highlights?